Hello, YouTube. It didn't rain. We went to the track. We had a good time, and everybody was safe. The day had its high points and its low points. Right off the bat, when we went to start it, to back it off the trailer, it didn't run right. It took several tries to get it to start. But it started and it ran. And we went up for our first round. And we happened to go up against the legend of the track, Roger Cavallaro. He ran a 671 in the 8th, and we ran a measly 8.5. And that's 8.5 from the 6.9 that we ran the previous 2 weeks ago. Something just wasn't right. I was late at the light, and I only chalked that up to the fact that it's the first time I used the trans brake in the car. Trans brake works as it should. For the second time trial, we drew Roger Cavallaro again, good friend. He ran a 101 miles an hour in the 8th mile and did it in 6.688 seconds. And we did a measly 8.2 seconds, which is still way off the 6.9 that we ran in our first trial. And that was 81 miles an hour. So something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. The good point of this run was I had a reaction time of 0.024, which turned out to be the best reaction time of all the time trials. And what that does is either give you the bye run if there's an odd number of cars, or you get lane choice. He ran a 6.6 in the 8th.
Following this run, the gas eliminations will start.
My reaction time of 0.0242 was the best reaction time of all the time trials, and that gave me a bye in the first round or lane choice. I ended up getting the lane choice, and I took the left lane. Gassers get 2 rounds of time trials, and then we go into eliminations. So this next run, the 3rd run, is the first round of eliminations, and I ran against a gentleman named Bob Hamilton, who's another friend of mine. I was asleep at the switch. I had a 0.3 reaction time to his 0.09. And the car ran better. And I had put a dial in based on how it had been running, so we broke out. We ran a 7.9, and we had dialed it at 9.4, which is faster than any of the runs we had had. So we were way out, and he obviously won. We pull up to do our burnout for our first round of eliminations, and the car quit on me. It acted like it ran out of fuel. And I didn't think it was going to start. I got out and I motioned for them to push me back, and they asked me if it was going to start. I got back in and it did start. Went up to the line, and because of the way it had been running, we'd put a dial in of 8.4, way slow. And it ran better. It ran a 7-something. So we got something wrong.
Lever's going to end up breaking out by a bunch.
I told him.
Then when we went to put the car on the trailer, it wouldn't run. It'd start and it'd die. And it'd start and it'd die. It did start, and we did get it on the trailer. I got it home here, and it felt like it was running out of fuel. So what I did is I popped the hood and looked at the fuel gauge with the fuel pump switch turned on, and the gauge read fine, and then just stopped running. And if I flipped the switch back and forth, it did come back on and run again. I think we have identified the problem, and we have a fuel pump on order, and we'll see some of that in the next video. I think we accomplished our goals. We went racing, we had a good time, we met with friends, we solved maybe a problem. If you enjoyed this video, there will be more.